All right. Good day, everyone. Good evening, everyone. You're welcome. You're welcome. 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 Okay. So today we're going to continue with what we were doing yesterday. Like I said, the class is going to be practical. We're going to be very practical today also. Um, so let me just try and share my screen. Just give me a moment. So yesterday we started with creating a web page. That is, we're creating a login, so a sign up page, and um, we created the navigation bar for that. And today we're going to be creating the sign up form. Okay, it's very simple. It's a very simple thing to do. We're going to be creating a sign up form today, and we're going straight to the point. Okay, I think I share on our Discord channel. I shared the assets files with us, so you can just check the Discord channel and get the assets file so that you can may catch up with the assignments. Okay, so I believe that you can see my screen, right? All right, so this is what we've been working on since yesterday. All right, and we're going to continue with creating the sign up form. Okay, so all right. So we're going to create another section. Let me zoom my screen so you can see. So we're moving on to another section. So let me just check the codes that I've worked on. So look at these codes. I'm coming. If you look at these codes that I've worked on, I think they should guide us. So we have our section. This is another section entirely. All right. Hold on. Yeah. So after the navbar, we have another section. I'll give it class H100. Then the background color 11111. So let's do that. So we have our class H100. Then style and the background color. Okay. 11111. So yes. Now, what next? I'm going to create a div. All right. We're going to create a div with the class name container. Okay, a div with a class name container. So that's container. So this py5 h100, and then another div. We'll create another sub div inside. We'll name it role, class role. Okay, we're going to give it class role. So dot role, and you give it let's say the flex. Now I'm adding the bootstrap codes to it. Deflex. What else? Deflex. Justify content center. Align item center. Okay. So justify content center. Align item center. Then H100. So yes. I don't know if you're with me, guys. So what is the next thing that we're going to do? We're going to create another div with a class name column. Okay, another div with a class name column. So dot column. Now another div, we want to create a card that would contain all the forms and the pictures that we have in the sign up page. So we'll say card. Then what else? Then we have card registration MY4, card registration MY4. So card registration. Then we have MY4. Okay. Then we have a style. Then we have a background color black. So our background color is black. Then we have our text color, which is going to be white. Okay. So say color. Right. So color is white. So yeah, our color is white. So yeah, we're here. So what's the next thing after we've created the card? So we're going to create a div for role with G0, another div for column with XL6. The XL6 column XL6 is talking about the size. Okay, so let's start with the div class role. Let me as well just, sorry, these messages are distracting me. Let me just switch off my data. Let me just as well, because of time, just copy this. So we have this, and let me do this way. I'm just going to copy this. Then I'm going to come back here, and then I'm just going to paste it. It's my code, so I have every right to copy my code. I was going to write it myself, so I'm just going to copy this also. I'm doing this so we won't waste too much time. Copy. All right, so come back here, then copy this again. Because we're creating another div. So we're creating another div again. The div is to, sometimes we create divs to nest a particular, that is to house a particular compartment, a particular embodiment, to embody a section inside a section. So after doing that, yeah, like I said, we're creating another div again, right? So I'm just going to copy this again, and I'll click on copy. Then yeah, and I paste it. Then I think the next thing is to bring in our image, just like we have here. Where is this? Just like we have this logo right here. So that's what we're trying to bring now. We want to bring in our image. So we're just going to say img, img, then let me just copy this, so I won't just waste our time. I already taught you how to bring in images. So yeah, I'm just going to put this right here. Let me erase this. So I'm just going to put this right here. Then we're going to create an H3 for our text. So H3 with class MB2, then style. Let me zoom this also. Then style color, then color white for the text. So I'm just going to copy this, and also a text underneath create your account, which we have a text written enter your email address. So we're going to give it color, and its own color is not going to be entirely white, but off white somehow. So I'm just going to copy this H3 and our paragraph. Okay, so once I copy this, then I'll come back to our own code, and I'm just going to paste it here. So we have this sorted out already. So let's check if our code is working now. So let's wait for it. We are getting there. Okay. So I didn't properly connect the code, the image, for the logo, because I copied my code from the other side. That's from my other projects. This is a live project that I'm showing you guys now. So not really live, but something that's going live, sure. Assets, definitely assets, then images, then logo, then control save. Then I come back here and let's reload. Now we have our logo. Let's move on. So now that we are done with this segment, okay, so the next line of action is for us to start creating our form. So you can see we have form. So we are going to start with another div, form outline, and before blah 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 blah. So I'm just going. So under this form outline, we're going to have our form and our input. There's the label for the form. Sorry, as the label for the form means the name of the form, email, crossword, whatever. So the name of this form is email. So we are going to use label, then email. Okay. So we give the label class name, form label, for email input. The label is for meaning that this label here is for email input. Then style, you give it our color. Then the input is where exactly that particular part where you get to write your email address inside. The form where you get to write your email address inside. So input type email, then ID email input. Okay, we give it an ID, then email input, class form control. I'm coming. Form control, LG border top 0, border and end style background that's give a background color black, then the color white, border bottom color, then white. Okay. So I'm just going to copy everything here since I'm just going to copy everything here. Then I'm going to come here. So this one I copied now is for creating our form for email, for users to put in their email. Okay. So I'm going to come back here and I'm going to check. You see that we have our email now. So if I click on this, we can put in our email. Okay. So let's get to move on. So the next line of action now, the next line of action is for me to create a button where we are creating two buttons now. The two buttons we're trying to create is one, the one where you can click on and it's going to tell you sign in with email. Then two, the other one where you get to create, you get to log in with your Google account, all right? And then you go to go. So you notice there's a Google icon here. Let me show you. From, oh no, there's no one to show you. From here, you notice that there's a Google icon here. So this Google icon, what I went to do is I went to download the SVG file from freepik.com. So when I downloaded it, I removed the background and I used remove.bg to remove the background, and then I added it to my assets files. So now I'm just going to come back here and I'm just going to copy this because it's inside a div also. So I'll copy this. So I'm just going to copy this and then I come here and I'll paste it. So the result of what I just pasted now is this. You know, we have a button element. The button element is to create your button. Okay. So inside this button, there's an image. Before we now put in our text, there's an image, which is the Google icon. Before we now put in our text, okay? So now Control Save, then back to this. Then we're working on, can you see now? We have our button, okay? Can you see? We have our button. I did not place the image properly. Yeah, English art. I didn't place it properly, so I'm just going to place that image properly. So Google icon.png. So I'll come back here, then I'll reload and check if our image is not broken. So okay, I've still not placed it properly. What could be wrong? This one is not needed. So let's reload it. All right, so we have our icon here now. Can you see? We have our icon here. Are you guys still with me? Please let me know if you're with me. So now we have paragraph. We want to create a paragraph text. Okay. So we'll give a paragraph class text, then center empty4 style font family. The font family we are using, that is the font we want to use for it, is text founders growth texts. Okay. And sans serif, then font size 16px, font style normal, font weight 400, line height 100%. So, and then we're giving our text, have an account, then an anchor tag, so that there's a particular text beside this have an account text that wants it to be a link. So that's why we brought in our anchor tag beside this, and then we said style, color, variable text. These are our text color for it. Then text decoration, none. Then sign in instead. Okay. So I'm just going to copy this also. Just going to copy this too. Then I just literally just I'll come here, then I paste it. So now after these two divs, I'll count two divs. After these two closing divs, then I'll come here so that we can bring in our image to the right hand side. Okay. So div, then class, column, XL6, non-DL block, then registration image, border radius, border top right radius. So this border top right radius means we are bringing it to the right. Okay. So border bottom right radius and likes like that. So I'm just going to copy this also. So our image, this is our image here. So I'm just going to copy this. Then I'm just going to paste it here. And yeah. Now let me properly bring in our image. So I'll properly bring in our image. So right section, the PNG. Let me erase this. And control save, and let's see if it's working. Let's check our SRC again. Let's see if that's what the issue is. Then images, then right section and PNG. Then let's check again. Okay, it's still not working yet. Let's check for what could possibly be wrong. So looking at this code here, class image fluid, and okay, I'm trying to check the code here. Okay, so let me just check this. So basically, this is what we're supposed to be getting. That's right. We're supposed to have this at the left hand side, and then this image here at the right hand side. And for this to be achievable, this is the code right here. Okay, this is the code right here. So we first had, the nav section. We created our navigation, and after we created navigation, then we have a section entirely. So in this section, we have all the content for the left hand side. Okay. So all the content for the left hand side, it's right here. So we created a H3 class for create your account, paragraph, enter your email, and then we created different divs. All right, just to arrange our codes properly, to neatly arrange our codes. Okay, so we have our div class form outline MB4. Then we have our label. The label is for specifying the name of the form you are creating. Or the form you're creating. Do you get it now? Then we have our input type. So input type email, then the email inputs. That is the exact form where you get to put in your email. Something like this. This particular thing here. That is the input type. This is the label. This email address here. Then let me zoom in. Let me zoom out. This particular thing here is the label. Then this is the inputs. Okay. And this is a button, a result of a button. You use the button to create this. And then a result of a button, this is a paragraph. Then a link. This is in a link. Okay. Then we give the link a color. This is a paragraph, and this is H3. Then we brought in our logo via the image elements. All right. Then the right hand side, let me zoom out. The right hand side, it was an image. And how did we make this come at the right hand side? By, let me go down to our code. So by creating a div, So div, then class, column XL6, then denon DXL block, then image SRC. Then we brought in the image we want to put at the right hand side. We gave it alternative text, registration image, then class image fluid, then border top right radius. Border top right. If it's going to be in the left, we'll say border top left, and the codes will be at the top of we come first before all these ones here, or the form, the codes for the form input. All right. But because we're putting it at the right hand side and the forms at the left hand side, so we're bringing it to come after. So it's definitely going to be coming after the form input. Okay, so now we create a new div, then we give it class column XL6, denon DXL block, then image SRC. We have our paths, that's the URL for the image, and we are using relative URL here because the image we are using is within our project, is within our folder. So alternative text registration image, then style border top right radius, that is 20.25 rem, then border bottom right radius, that is 25 rem. Okay, so so that is how you create this registration this registration page, this sign up page. So what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to share my source code. All the codes I wrote, I'll share it with you so that you can always go through my codes and learn. I've already shared the assets file for you to work on your own personal, to work it on your own, work it out on your own and create something like this on your own. So I'm also going to share okay, so I'm also going to share a file with us. Okay, all these codes that you are seeing here, all these codes you're seeing here. So I'm going to zip everything. I'll zip it and send it to you so that you can unzip it. What you do is you just unzip it and you open it with your VS Code and you go through my codes, how I wrote them, how I arranged the codes. Then you tend to learn from it, and also that should be able to guide you on how you can write your own codes, because your assignment is this. This is your assignment. This is your assignment. Okay, so you're going to create this. Everything you see here, all right, is the assignment I'm giving you before our next class next week. All right, so I think that would be all for today. So next week, by God's grace, next week we are going to go further into HTML forms. We'll talk extensively on HTML forms and then possibly move on to CSS. Okay, so thank you very much, guys, for your time today. We are not able to do much today because today's class is very practical, and what we are going to do in today's class is not really much. But next class, prepare your mind. We are going extensively into HTML forms and CSS, that is a cascading style sheet. Like I said, CSS, that is cascading style sheet, is used to beautify the look of your website. Okay, so next week, prepare yourself ahead, and I will also share materials that will be helpful for you to prepare yourself ahead of next week. All right. Thank you very much, guys. If there's anyone that have a question, you can just put it in the comment section.